So I have yesterday told you that how can we write a small program. We should start the program with begin and end block. Okay, so the first thing is we have to declare all the variables. Okay, after declaring the variables, what we are trying to do here is we are trying to fetch the data from a particular table, and we are assigning employee name to ename variable and employee sal to sal variable. Okay, now we are checking if the salary is greater than 37,000, and we are setting the designation variable to manager. Okay, so this is a varchar variable which is declared at the top. Okay, so basically we are assigning this to senior manager, and if it is not greater than 37,000, we are just making it to junior manager. Okay, so now we are printing ename's designation is this, ename's salary is this. So let's execute this. Okay, so Barisa designation is junior manager, Barisa salary is 25,875. Okay, so I'll be explaining the nested if. How can you write multiple if condition? Again inside else also you have to write if condition. Okay, how to do that? Suppose okay, so this is the table which I have created. Okay, so let's write this. So first of all you have to write a begin block, then end block. Okay, so so declare student mark, declare student mark integer. Okay, then what you can do is select.
Sir, a suggestion, sir.
Yeah, tell me.
Can you enlarge this to 140%?
Fine now?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So, if you look at the select star from my students. Okay. So now, so student marks is a column which is holding all the student marks. All right. So what I'll write here is @s mark equals to student underscore marks from my student table. Okay, where let's say roll number equals to 2. That is enrollment ID, correct? Enrollment ID. Enrollment underscore ID equals to 2. Okay, so basically what you are doing here is you are fetching the student mark for enrollment ID 2, and you are assigning it to this particular variable, and I want to evaluate whether this person scored A grade or B grade or C grade or D grade, whatever. Okay, first class, second class, third class. Okay, all that. So let's evaluate. Write a if condition. So you know how to write a if condition, right? You have to write if, then this condition. If it is greater than equals to 90, okay, then what you have to do is you have to write a begin block. Okay, for every if and else I have told you. Okay, I have explained you have to always use begin and end for this if block, and for else block also you have to, whenever you want to write something, then you have to enclose it within the begin and end block. Okay, so now in this begin block what I'm trying to write here is print print that we can also capture student name also. Okay, let me capture the student name. I have to create one more variable, declare @sname varchar of 30. Okay, so along with student marks, just give a comma, write @sname equals to, okay, @sname equals to student underscore name, correct, student underscore name, and I'm saying print. Okay, so this is the variable which is storing your name, right? I'm just printing it here. These versions grade is plus, and this person's grade is A. Okay, so for begin we have to, since we have written begin block, we have to also close it. Okay, so then come to else. Okay, suppose you want to again evaluate whether this student score is, I mean this grade is B, C, D, F. Okay, you want to further drill down it. Okay, so what you can do is just write else if it is greater than 70. Okay, again begin and end. Okay, grade is B. You want to write one more else if, then again, what is happening? I'll explain you everything once I'm done with this. Okay.
Sir, only else it apply, sir.
Sorry?
Sir, if you want to put another if condition, that will be else if.
Else if, correct.
And at the last, it will be else. No.
It should be else only. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Isn't it supporting multiple else ifs? Okay.
Else we need a app.
Okay, sorry, I have not enclosed the condition over here. I have not mentioned the condition. Okay, to write the condition, right? If it is greater than equals to 60, then it is okay. Then the grade is C. Okay. Then last condition is else. Okay. D. Then see. So how we have started here. See this, for this begin we have to write an end here, correct? For the first begin, got it? For the first begin we have to write the end statement, right? Begin and end block, correct? Is everybody clear? So then this is the declaration step, okay, where we're declaring two variables. Now, so I'm trying to fetch the mark and student details of this particular enrollment ID 2. Okay, so that I'm storing it in two variables, student mark and student name. Okay, so then I'm evaluating. So I'm basically checking the conditions. Okay, so what I'm doing here is, if the mark is greater than equals to 90, then his grade is A. Okay, if it is greater than equals to 70, see, if we have only else, one else condition, fine, we can write like this also. अगर एक ही else condition है, ऐसे लिख सकते हैं, और लिखने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. So nested if means if this condition is not satisfied, okay, it will come to this block, ये वाला condition पे आएगा, then it is going to execute this. So basically when it will evaluate this condition, either it will evaluate true or false. Okay, after checking the condition, it will return true or false. If it is true, then it is going to execute this particular block. If it is false, then it is going to come here and check again execute this, again execute this. If not true, then finally it is going to execute this else block. Is this correct? Am I clear? Am I making sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's execute then. So what is the grade we are expecting for roll number 2?
A.
A, right? Okay, let's execute then. Ramu's grade is A. Okay, so let me show you the table also so that you'll understand it. Select star from my students. Okay, so what is the grade we are expecting for student roll number 1?
Last time, sir.
Last, because see, the student mark is 45 over here. Okay, so what it is going to do is, so I'll tell you the evaluation thing, how it is going to evaluate. I'll trace the program quickly. What is that snipping tool? I'll just drag it down. I'll just drag it down a little. Okay. Chalo, let's execute this. Okay. All right. Maybe a little boring for Preeta because Preeta would be knowing everything.
No, sir. No, sir. Actually, this I have done long back.
Okay, because we have to, because many people will not be knowing the Barisa and the Pooja. Abhishek will be a bit aware because he is from computer science background. So, all right. So, just a minute. So, ये इवेलुएट करने से ना, मतलब अगर हम लोग ट्रेस करेंगे ना, इट विल बी, यू विल रिमेंबर इट फॉर एवर. ओके, सो बेसिकली क्या होता है, सो आई एम नॉट क्रॉप द टेबल. ओके, टेबल भी चाहिए अपने को एनरोलमेंट 1 का.
Sir, you can small that thing.
हाँ,
Can
हो
shrink
गया
that
हो
thing.
गया. I mean, we want only this table, right? So that's fine. This row we want because there are many rows, because we are going to work with row number enrollment ID 1. So that is fine. So basically क्या होता है? So memory space में ये दो variables declare हो गए. Okay. Suppose if you consider this is your RAM. Okay. So now @mark के लिए एक space आ गया. Then @name के लिए एक space आ गया. So type of this variable is integer. This is a varchar of 30. Okay. So basically what you are trying to do here is you are running this query. So where you are selecting student marks and student name, and you are assigning student marks to this and student name to name. So once this query will get executed, enrollment ID में जो 1 है, so what is the student name? Rajesh will be stored here in the name variable. Okay. Marks will be stored in the marks wala variable 45. Now, so this step is executed. So now these two steps are executed where two variables are created in the memory. Then in the third step, when you are executing this particular query, now the value which you fetched, you have now assigned this to marks and student name. Okay, these two variables. All right. So let's go to if condition. Okay, if S mark greater than 90, is S mark greater than 90? Guys, respond. Is S mark greater than 90? No.
No.
So this condition is false. Now it will come to this particular condition. Okay, else if में आएगा. So now is it greater than equals to 70?
No.
If it returns false, it will not be executing this particular block. It will again come to the else if block. Is greater than 60? False. No. Finally it will come to this else block. So now it is going to execute this else block, which is, okay, print name. S name is nothing but your, the student's name, which is Rajesh. Okay, Rajesh. And we have enclosed this string within single quotes. It will be printed as it is. Rajesh grade is, and this is also a string D. Okay, so this will be your final output when you execute this particular TSQL block. Okay, so every TSQL block will have begin statement and an end statement, which is not visible over here. I have not cropped that. That's fine. Okay, so clearly understood this? Is it clear to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Perfect.
Yes.
So any more questions in nested if? You can practice on your own now if I share the query.
Sure, sir.
Let me know if you find any issues. Don't try with multiple values. For multiple values, we have a different approach. The one which Abhishek tried, don't do that, because we have a table data type where, see, we don't get into deeper in this particular TSQL, because we are not going to be a senior SQL developer. We are not going to, because this is enough. Okay, so just I wanted to make sure that you should know the basics, and if somebody will ask you in the interview, you should be able to answer, okay, I have the fundamentals, I know these things. Okay,
Yes, sir. Train also told me about that. TSQL is not necessary.
this TSQL is not mandatory, because this TSQL is equivalent to PLSQL in Oracle. Okay, so this is not mandatory, because if you get into data analytics, nobody is going to see. It is always good if you have the knowledge. Okay, it will add an edge to you, but thing is that you're not many people are not providing this particular programming part of SQL. So but we'll have at least 4 or 5 sessions where we'll be explaining the user defined functions, user defined procedures, then what is the difference between functions and procedures, then how to use this if, nested if, while loop, and all that we will cover, don't worry. Okay, understood, right? Prita, clear?
Yes, sir.
Pooja, clear?
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, चलो आप खुद से ही कर सकते हो ये. Okay, so we'll learn this while loop now. So basically in while loop what we do is we'll do a repetitive execution. Okay, we'll do a repetitive execution. My spelling may not be correct. Repetitive. If you want to repeat some steps, okay, suppose I'll give you an example. Suppose मैंने यहाँ पे क्या किया. So this what I've done is I have only evaluated, or I have only found the grade for this particular enrollment ID. Okay, if I want to find the grade for all, सबके लिए मुझे अगर ग्रेड चेक करना है, या ग्रेड I have to find out what grade they have scored, so what marks they have scored and what is the grades they have secured. So basically I have to write a while condition. While means आपको अगर statement repeat करना है, suppose मुझे I'll explain you a small while thing. So I'll write begin. Okay, then I'll declare a variable, declare @num int equals to 1. You can declare like this also. Is there anything wrong? Let me just check. No,
Even on semicolon, is that like the semicolon
that's it.
allowed?
Yes, that's allowed. But acha, we have not end this block. It's working now. Oh shit. Oh, it is executed. Okay. So now print it. Just print it.
Sir, so Here we can set the
It's
value
working, it's
at the
working.
very beginning.
Yes, because first, your first phase is declaration phase. Then the assignment. If you're trying to assign some values, then you can assign at the top. Otherwise, wherever it is required. Now, what we are doing here is we are declaring it. We are not assigning or setting anything manually. We are getting the value from the table, getting the data from the table. Then we are assigning it to the respective variables. All right.
Yes.
Okay. Fine. So now, see, I'll give you a small example of while condition, while loop. Okay. So begin. Okay. Now I'm printing this one. So if I want to print 1 to 10, if I want to print this statement maybe 10 times, no, I don't want to print 1. I want to print this statement 10 times. So what I do is, I have to write like this. See, while, okay, while this particular, okay, num less than equals to 10, okay, less than
Into
equals
plus
to
1.
10, then print. For now we will print, okay, print, then set at the rate, okay, num equals to at the rate num plus 1. Okay, so I think while also, for while also we have to write this begin block and end block. Begin block and end block. Correct. So you can just give a tab, फिर एक tab. Okay, this is how you have to write. This is how you have to align your code. Okay. So basically what you are doing is you are declaring a num variable, that is an integer type of variable, and you are assigning it to 1. Okay. Then while at the rate num less than equals to 10, जब तक 10 नहीं हो जाता, 10 नहीं हो जाता है, then what you are trying to do is you are printing the num, then you are increasing the num by 1. Okay, let's execute this. Understood?
Yes, sir.
So you are declaring a variable and you are checking if this particular variable less than equals to 10. जब तक 10 ना हो जाए तब तक प्रिंट करो. यहाँ पे मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ, ये भी मैं एक्सप्लेन कर देता हूँ so that you will understand it quickly. सबको पता है, but maybe for Pooja and Barisha it would be a great help. Okay, so we have how many variables here? We have only one variable, right?
One variable num.
Num. Okay,
Agent.
num. Then we have one condition. Condition is at the rate num less than equals to, मेरा हैंडराइटिंग एकदम बेकार है. Num less than equals to 10. This is your output. What output you are going to get. Okay, so now see, what is happening here is, suppose you have declared a variable. Now you have okay, you have declared a variable and you have assigned here 1 to num. Correct. Let's check the program. So let's run the program. Okay, begin block start हुआ, then you have declared it. It is 1 now. Then you go to while num less than equals to 10. Is it true now? True.
Yes.
Okay, then what is the output? You are going to get 1. Correct. Print. You are printing num 1. Again 1 आया. Then set num equals to num plus 1. This becomes 2 now. ये फिर यहाँ पे चलेगा. Now 2 less than equals to 10. True. Print 2. Then it will increase by 1. 3. 3 less than equals to 10. True. Print 3. Then 4. True. Print 4. 5 6 ऐसे होके जाके 10 हो जाएगा. यहाँ पे भी 10 हो गया, यहाँ पे भी 10 हो गया. Now this is increased to 11. Increased by 1, that is 11. 11 हुआ. 11 less than equals to 10. False. It is false. Then it is going to execute this exit this particular loop. It is not going to execute. So it will print from 1 to 10. So clear? This is how you can
Yes.
check. Okay. यहाँ पे 10 तक ट्रू होगा, उसके बाद फॉल्स हो जाएगा. ऑल राइट, सो क्लियर फॉर यू गाइस?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
ओके, ऐसे ही चलता है. ठीक है. सो अभी व्हाट वी विल डू इज वी विल एनहांस दिस प्रोग्राम जो हमने यहाँ पे लिखा है. यहाँ पे ना what I'll do is I'll write while. Okay, अपने पास कितने रिकॉर्ड्स है? You can check. Select star from my students. Okay, we have 5 records. Okay, so what I'll do is I will declare another variable, that is @rc, that is record count. Okay, integer equals to 1. Okay, so record count equals to 1. जब तक RC लेस देन इक्वल्स टू 5 है. टोटल रिकॉर्ड अपने पास 5 है, सो आई एम राइटिंग इट 5. ओके, सी दिस इज नॉट द राइट वे. वेन एवर यू विल डू इट इन रियल टाइम, you have to first take the count. Understood? Because I cannot see if my table has 10 records, then how this will run. So I just wanted to show you this while loop. So that is the reason I have taken this hard coded value. But in real time, you will not be using this hard coded value. First, you have to take the count of rows in the table. Then you can design your code accordingly. But for now, just think it how this while loop works for this for multiple enrollment IDs. Understood? आपको कभी ऐसे 5 नहीं लिखना है. ओके, दिस इज जस्ट ए हार्ड कोड. दिस इज फॉर एग्जाम्पल. मैं आपको जैसे एक्सप्लेन कर रहा हूँ, बट रियल टाइम में काम करोगे तो यू हैव टू टेक द काउंट ऑफ रोज. बिकॉज अभी 5 है, नेक्स्ट टाइम यू कैन हैव 10, some other time you can have 20. It is dynamic in nature because it depends how many records your table has. All right, so for now what I'm doing is while RC less than equals to 5. I have told you for while also we have to write this begin and end block. ये end से पहले. ओके, एक टैब कर देता हूँ मैं, सो दैट आप लोग ना थोड़ा डिफ्रेंशिएट कर पाओ. ओके, सो ये जो एंड है, दिस इज फॉर द मेन बिगिन. ये जो हमने बिगिन स्टार्ट किया था. ओके, ये बिगिन का है, ये लास्ट वाला एंड जो सेकेंड एंड और सेकेंड जो एंड है ये वाइल वाला एंड है. वाइल का बिगिन एंड ये तो अपना इफ एल्स का है इतना. ठीक है. सो नाउ इंस्टेड ऑफ राइटिंग दिस हार्ड कोडेड वैल्यू 1, I can write @RC. समझ में आ रहा है गाइज? Are you understanding? So first it will try to fetch the RC as 1 because यहाँ पे RC का वैल्यू 1 है. पहले हम लोगों ने असाइन किया है this as 1. So 1 less than equals to 5? No. True. 1 less than equals to 5, it is true. Okay. Now it will get inside. यहाँ पे आके फिर यहाँ पे 1 असाइन करेगा. 1 का डिटेल्स निकल के आएगा. फिर 1 के लिए पूरा ग्रेड प्रिंट होगा. देन इट विल मूव टू द सेकेंड वन. ओके, 2 लेस देन इक्वल्स टू 5, ट्रू. अगेन फॉर 2 ऑल्सो आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा? ओके, 2 में कौन कौन है? रामू और 90. सो ओके, सो 90. चलो, ये फिर इसके लिए ये इफ कंडीशन चलेगा. देन 3 4 5 5 बार ऐसे चलेगा. एग्जीक्यूट करो. सी नाउ इट इज टेकिंग टाइम. क्या हो गया? अरे यार, आई मेड अ मिस्टेक गाइस. व्हाट इज द मिस्टेक? सी, ये लूप, सो व्हाट इज गोइंग टू हैपन इज दिस लूप इज इन्फिनाइट. ओके, सो मुझे क्या करना पड़ेगा? बिकॉज आई एम नॉट इंक्रीजिंग इसको. मैं हर टाइम 1 ही रहता है, राइट? आई एम नॉट इंक्रीजिंग द वैल्यू ऑफ RC. ओके, सो व्हाट आई हैव टू डू इज यहाँ से पहले आप क्या करो? सेट दिस इक्वल्स टू RC +1. प्रॉब्लम क्या हो रहा है? ये लूप इन्फिनाइट में जा रहा है, ये कभी बंद ही नहीं होगा. बिकॉज See, because I am not increasing the value of 1 RC, because RC, the value of RC will be always 1. So 1 रहेगा तो 1 लेस देन इक्वल्स टू 5, दिस कंडीशन विल ऑलवेज रिटर्न ट्रू. तो ये लूप चलता ही जाएगा. मैं अगर इसका वैल्यू बढ़ाऊंगा 1 जाके 2 होगा, 2 3 4 5, 5 के बाद बढ़ाऊंगा तो ऑब्वियसली दिस बिकम्स फॉल्स और इसके अंदर जाएगा ही नहीं. अगर जब तक ये ट्रू है इसके अंदर ही वो इट विल ट्राई टू एग्जीक्यूट ऑल दी okay, it will try to execute all the statements that is inside your while loop. Okay, so understood guys. So now let's run it again. I'm selecting everything. Okay, तो आ गया. 5 लोगों का ही दिखाया.
Yes.
Okay, सपोज मुझे सब कुछ कैपिटल में प्रिंट करना है, क्या करोगे आप लोग? अपर केस में प्रिंट करना है, राइट? वी हैव, व्हाट इज द फंक्शन वी हैव? अपर, राइट? ओके, upper अपर अपर okay, understood. So let's execute one more time. See, आ गया अपर केस में सब कुछ.
Yes.
Okay, so clear guys. So you understood the use of nested if and the use of while loop. Okay, while, basically we are using while to repeat a statement. If you want to repeat a statement, just have to use while. ओके, मुझे 100 लोगों का रिकॉर्ड अपडेट करना है, 100 लोगों का सैलरी अपडेट करना है. आई हैव टू रन इट थ्रू ए लूप. जब तक मतलब 100 एम्प्लॉयज़ का सैलरी अपडेट नहीं होता है या इंक्रीमेंट नहीं होता है, तब तक आई कैन रन दिस पर्टिकुलर लूप. ओके, सो इसमें बेसिकली वाइल देन द कंडीशन. इफ द कंडीशन इज ट्रू, then this condition either will return true or it will return false. If it is true, then it is going to execute this block of statements. If it is false, then it is going to come out from that statement, right? Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. So आज हम लोग ज़्यादा नहीं पढ़ेंगे, आप लोग ये प्रैक्टिस करो.